We're going to have an absolute blast on today. Let me ask you a question, family. If you had an extra $500 a week this year, every single week in the year of 2019, would it mean something to you? If you had an extra $500 a week in 2019, would it mean something to you? And then the next question I want to ask you is this: would you or anyone you know be interested in what it would take to actually earn an extra $50,000? And I mean, I know that sounds bananas, but it is so true. An extra $50,000 in the next 90 days. Maybe there's a medical procedure that you have and their insurance company won't cover it. Maybe you need to put your children into private school. You know, I've talked to so many parents, and I'm working with a young lady out in the Detroit area, and she's saying that, you know, the bullying is so bad in the school that a group of parents, what they've got together and what they're going to do is they're going to create their own homeschool community. I think that is beautiful, and I'm just super proud of her for wanting to do that. But what would an extra $50,000 do for you? What would an extra $24,000 a year do for you? And I ask you those questions because while you see travel is indeed our product. That's what it is. It is our product. It's what we do. But family, we use the product to create the income. See, nothing in America, we are in a capitalistic society, or anywhere around the world, money is not made unless a product is moved. And so what we do, guys, is we move the product. So question, Coach, who are you guys? Who are these people that you work with? Well, family, is very simple. We are a group of CEOs, businessmen and women from all walks of life. So let me just welcome our VIP guests. We have pastors, and we have nonprofit organization owners, and we have people who run alumni associations and foundations. We've got doctors and attorneys online. We've got people who head up or work over at Newport News Shipbuilding in our area. We've got people that are working in our city government. Each of you and every one of you, and I can't call every career, guys, but each and every one of you, I just want to say thank you for being on and welcome to the presentation. So inside of our group of CEOs are people who just want to live a different kind of life. These are people who literally want to be able to do something different. We want to create a legacy income or legendary income right here, right now, in our lifetime. Right? But we don't want to stop there. We want to create a legacy income that will pass to our children and our children's children. And in addition to that, because each of us have read this book called It's What You Keep That Counts, Not How Much You Make, right? It's what you keep that counts, not how much you make. Each of us are also looking to make sure that we minimize our tax outlay, that we don't pay a whole bunch of money in taxes. So I'm going to cover all of this in a short 35 to 40 minutes with you. Sit back, relax, listen. If you don't have a dedicated pen and paper, you may want to grab that, guys, because I'm going to be coming at you fast and furious. Now, why did we choose travel? Well, family, it is very, very simple. Let me just put a number on the board for you. And maybe this will help you understand why we chose travel, right? Why we chose travel as our product. Let me just it's going to take me a few seconds to write it. Let me just put it in perspective for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's the reason we actually chose travel as our product, because I don't know if you know it. People are flying, people are going on vacations, people are doing business trips. And if you understand the power of travel, family, everybody is already what? They're already traveling. So this is not new. It is an $8.1 trillion industry. So that's why we chose travel. So at the end of this presentation, I'm going to ask you a very simple question. And that question is, does it make sense? And the reason we're doing this at 10 o'clock tonight is because there's a special and we don't know when the special is going to end. So you have to act with a sense of urgency. So if it makes sense, we're going to invite you to partner and become a CEO with us, because you are invited to watch this because we believe you think like us. So let's just have a little bit of fun. Let me ask you a question. If you could imagine a fabulous vacation every single year, if you knew every year, this time every year, you could take a fabulous 8-day, 7-night vacation every single year, where would you go? Even better yet, What kind of traveler are you? Are you just type of traveler like to feel the sand on your toes and the sun on your face, maybe swing in a hammock and sip on a cool beverage? Or are you like me? I'm skydiving, I'm hang gliding, I'm scuba diving, I'm zip lining, I'm tree climbing. It doesn't matter. Wouldn't you agree? Everybody wants to get away every now and then, and matter of fact, if I could see you guys and I asked you to raise your hand and I would ask you, how many of you need a vacation now? Most people are like, yes, 2 of them. Well, family, the reason we partnered up with Surge 365 is quite simple, because we needed somebody to move the product and move it well. Listen, when you've got a product you don't have to apologize for, do you know how amazing that is? So we offer all of our members, what we have is an exclusive wholesale travel and vacation membership. I want you to understand, keyword is wholesale. Coach JP, what does that mean? Well, family, typically in the retail space, anytime you're going to go purchase something, you're purchasing at retail. What we're showing you is now you're going to be able to purchase your travel at wholesale. So I want you to picture like BJ's. I want you to picture like Costco. Is it Costco? Yeah. Costco or Sam's Club. I want you to picture, these type of wholesale places where, you know what, we can buy the same cereal in Walmart or at Target, or we can buy it at, I don't know, wherever you buy. I don't shop that often, right? Food Lion. But when we go to Sam's Club, we buy the same cereal for less. Well, now, yes, you can continue to buy your travel on Expedia, Priceline, or Travelocity, but you're not going to pay less. See, it doesn't matter what kind of travel we do, vacation, business, everyday travel, you'll be just like us. And the company will back your travel with 150% lowest price difference guarantee. So in other words, we never lose. You'll never lose with your membership. You have a 100% savings when you're booking. Now, what do you get today when you join us? You're going to get your very own wholesale, members only private booking engine where you have access to all the same hotels, all 17 different cruise lines, every single rental car agency, every single airline. Listen, all the same, but not the same pocketbook costs. And when you're booking your condos, resorts, and private villas, hotels, and cruises, and rental cars, family, we back that up with a 150% price match guarantee. Well, wait a minute, Coach JP, what about flights? See, we don't guarantee flights, but oftentimes that's what you'll find. You'll find that you get a decent price on flights. Plus, everything you do gets you reward credits. So sometimes it might be on United, $396, and on my membership, $408, but I'm going to get 700 reward credits. I'm going to go with my membership because the difference of that $11 is not going to mean as much. Does that make sense? Because this is my membership, and your reward credits for your flight are added to hotels, which are added to your cruises, which are added to your, Rosalind. We have 4,200 stores in our membership. Lady, we can buy everything from jewelry to eyeglasses to contact lenses to flowers. We can buy everything from shopping in Macy's and Bloomingdale's and Neiman Marcus and J. Crew and Forever 21. We have all of that in our membership. And family, everything we do earns us reward credits. But Coach JP, it looks good. And it does look like something I've seen. But how does it work? Well, it works the same way. You're going to come in and type in where you're headed, when you're checking in, when you're checking out, you're going to hit search. But now, family, something's going to happen that has never happened to you before. Now, you're going to be saying to yourself, well, what's different? Well, first things first, whenever you've shopped for travel, you've done it. You've gone on your phone and you've gone from one site to another site and you compared this price to that price, hoping to find the best price. But you've noticed that Agoda and Priceline, Hotwire, and Travelocity, they have the exact same price. But guess what? Now, when you press send, right, or search in your membership, you have a patent pending proprietary algorithm that will literally verify what the best price is on the travel that you just asked for. It's going to tell you, here's what they're charging out there to the general public. Here's what your savings is, because you remember. Now, if you click this is your book now, out the door price, including taxes and fees. And family, we're seeing savings of 30, 40, 50, 60, 65% of what they're charging the general public. See, grandmother used to say this, when you know better, you should do better. So let's take a journey down to Walt Disney World, family, 4 days, 3 nights, right there near the Disney Gate. Now, here's what I mean. If you were to search for hours and hours and hours comparing prices, write down your notes, Guess what? The lowest price on this particular trip with the exact same check-in date, check-out date, same size room, same hotel, same Mickey, same Donald, same Goofy. Lowest price you're going to find on the internet, $678 before taxes and fees. But family, look at your membership price. And doesn't it make sense to keep $400 right there on your bank card so that you can enjoy more of Walt Disney World while you're there? Of course it does. How about this, family? A romantic vacation to Rome. I want you to picture the food. I guess we should call that cuisine. I want you to picture all of the fun. I want you to picture the fashion, ladies, the fashion in Rome. I want you to think of the memories and the history that you'll get a chance to partake in. Well, family, look at what they're charging everybody else, the general public that doesn't know about Surge. That's the price they're going to pay. But look right there at your membership price. You see the difference? That's an $812 savings you keep right there in your bank account. Listen, if Samuel Jackson asks you what's in your wallet, you tell him my $812 because I did not give it away. And I do mean give it away. Well, Coach JP, no, if I go to Expedia, I'm just paying. No, now that you know that they're not going to give you wholesale prices, if you continue to shop with them, every dime you give them above what you could have paid in your membership is a gift. And I don't know about you. I don't know anybody at Expedia I need to support. So I'm not gifting them the difference that I could keep for myself. And oh my God, this one, Bora Bora. Oh, they have these over-the-water bungalows where you can look right between, the floor is, a portion of it is made out of glass. You can look right there between your tippy toes and see the marine life, swimming right beneath your toes, family. These over-the-water bungalows are so romantic. Well, you could check into the one on the right, and somebody who's shopped on Expedia checks into the one on the left. You have the same check-in and departure date. Oh, did I tell you? They roll your food out to you. Ooh, isn't that romantic? You place your order for your food and they roll it out to you. That is so sweet. Well, watch this. The person on the left purchased through Expedia. Do you see their price? Then they had to add taxes and fees to that. But look at your membership price. Doesn't it make sense, because you're a wholesale member, to keep $3,222 right there in your bank account, right there in your pocket? I mean, family, this is the South Pacific. It's Bora Bora. If you live in the United States where I am, you need a flight to get to Bora Bora. How about we keep the savings on our bank card? Now we can swipe our bank card to pay for our flight. See, you're the smart one, because over here in the bungalow on the right, you were able to pay for everything for what some poor unsuspecting client pays Expedia or Priceline twice as much. Family, we even have something called weekly stays, and I'm not big on call, but I could really enjoy this vacation. I mean, think about it. 2 couples, romantic vacation up and, you got a 2-bedroom suite, right? 7 days, 6 nights, 4-star, $150 a couple. That's the peach right there, right? $150 per couple. But if you don't want anybody with you, guess what? You're not spending that much for that. But listen, you have an app, so you have access to this 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Just press on your app, and now you can book your hotels, your cruises, your rental cars, your weekly stays, your flights, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That 150% price match guarantee is always in effect just for you. And even if you love my favorite place, which is Vegas, we were just there in November. Tanisha and I, listen, she saved us $400 on that room while we were out there. Not to mention, family, Boys to Men. She saved money, took the money she saved and went to see Boys to Men. It only makes sense. If you can save the money, why not? See, you're a wholesale member. So when you see Surge 365 price to $459, that's your price. But if you go on the internet for the exact same 2-bedroom suite on the Strip, the same hotel, you're going to spend $927 more. It just makes sense. Yes or yes, to keep your money in your bank account. Even rental cars, listen, think about the quality of the car you want to rent. You know how sometimes you'd rather have the full size of the SUV, but your pocketbook says compact? Well, now that you're a Surge member, guess what? You will be able to purchase, or rent maybe a compact or a midsize at midsize price, but you have an SUV. We look right there online, 7-day SUV in Miami. Look at what you keep in your bank account. Right? Look at what you keep in your bank account. While other people are spending $424, you're spending $268. $156 is never left your account. Even if you love to cruise, family, and I'm gonna tell you, I am looking forward to my first cruise. I'm gonna book my birthday cruise. I'm gonna get a bunch of my friends to go with me. Family, it's gonna be a blast. But what I love is, in your membership, you have access to all 17 different cruise lines: Carnival, Oasis, Royal Caribbean. So last night, I'm sitting in Lynchburg with Ernest and Monica. Ernest and Monica, when I tell you, because she has to be in places like LA, she's a super stylist. So she trains. She has to be in places like LA, Atlanta, New York, Miami, wherever, all the time. So when he opened up his membership, he showed me a string of actual trips they've taken. So now they're about to go on a cruise. They're taking 30 friends with them. Each of the friends that they're taking with them are using their Vortex. I'll tell you about that in a minute. But each of those 30 cabins, I'm sorry, not 30 friends, 30 cabins. Each of those 30 cabins is generating them 5,000 reward points each. That's 150,000 reward points. Plus, they've already generated 10,000 reward points just from traveling. Well, Coach JP, why is that such a big deal? Let me help you understand. Recently, my girlfriend Charlize, we were going to Brazil back in October. So my girlfriend Charlize, she has over 200,000 reward credits, right? Well, she was able to book, she and her husband, round trip from North Carolina into Miami, both of them, right? Then round trip from Miami into Brazil and back for $33. Why? Because her reward points paid for everything else. And doesn't it make sense one day to check out and not have to use your hard-earned money? Your money is, when she got to Brazil, the money she would have spent for flights was still on her bank card. Does that make sense? Now, we're not the only company out there. Matter of fact, we're just the newest one out there. And so what our company did, Scott, Coach, and Chris, they looked at American Express. This is their platform, Inspirato. It's the closest to our membership possible. Do you see what they're charging people? $10,000, $20,000, and $30,000. And then if you look right here, $3,400 per year for this membership. And when Nick Pagano went on tour, or went on like a presentation, you know, like you get free dinner if you listen to us for an hour or whatever, their prices they were saving their members were 10, 15, and 20%. He will pull up the exact same vacation they pulled up and show them, you know what, on this one, I'm saving, 30, 40, and 50%. And so the only thing that the salesperson could say was, yeah, but this is American Express, like whoop-de-doo, right? Family, this makes no sense to us, but let me ask you, I'm not even going to tell you it makes sense. I'm going to ask you, does it make sense for you to be able to go where you want, when you want, with whom you want? Vacation travel, business travel, everyday travel. Does it make sense for you to be like Tanisha, who's been to London, saved $4,200, flew back from Brazil with us to Richmond, saved $700, saved $400 when she was out in Vegas with me. She saved $135 on her rental car when she went to California, $40 on her room. She saved over $5,000 because remember, you can book as much as you like. And does it make sense for her to invest at $199? That's right, $199 one-time setup fee, not $10,000, not $20,000, not $30,000. And not $283 a month, $59 per month. That's it. Plus some processing fees, you're out the door at $277. Wait a minute, Coach, I'm confused. Are you telling me that this young lady, Tanisha, did all of this saving of money and that this membership is $277 one time? Yes. But let me tell you something else about Miss Tanisha, because she says, I'm not going to say I'm cheap, but I'm going to say I'm frugal. She didn't like the idea of the monthly subscription fee. So I said, you don't even have to worry about that because we have an affiliate program. And with our referral program, Tanisha, all you do is refer 3. So she referred Rosa and Stu, she referred Susie, and she referred Christine. And because she did, family, she became something we call 3 and free, which means her subscription went from $59.95 plus processing, which is like $63.54, to my favorite 4-letter word, and that's free. So, Coach, are you saying that she doesn't pay anything per month and she saved $5,000 already? And we're getting ready to go to Miami and she saved money too? And the answer to that is yes. See, but family, we don't just have a basic membership. As a matter of fact, we have something called a Vortex Platinum membership. Now, our happiest customers actually happen to be our Vortex Platinum customers. And let me express to you why. Now, typically at this point of the presentation, I would say For a one-time upgrade fee of $199, you can own the Vortex Platinum. But because we're under a promotion, and again, I don't know when it's going to end, so you need to hurry up and get back with the person that invited you as soon as we're done. Because what they're saying is right now, you can own the Vortex Platinum for the exact same price of the membership. Coach JP, I don't know what it is I'm going to get, but it sounds good. Well, let me help you know what you're going to get. See, we are working with, and Rosalind will tell you, dozens of pastors, nonprofit organizations, the Black Chamber of Commerce in Chicago, Chicago Bulls, the Political Action Committee. We're working with foundations, alumni, universities. We're working with a whole bunch of people that are nonprofits. So think about a pastor having a link that's assigned to the church, because what you get when you become a platinum is a designated link assigned to you. Now, if you're a regular everyday person like me, that link is kind of like my friends and family discount, my hookup for my friends and family. They won't save as much as you do, and they won't save 100% of the time like you do, but they will be able to book below price. You know, the price is online 85 to 95% of the time. But whatever they save becomes their earnings back to you. So I was down in North Carolina at church down there earlier today, and I did a presentation for the pastor and his congregation. And what I expressed to them is this: think about the fact that the congregation, the body is already traveling. They're already traveling. But because we don't have anywhere else to go, we go to Expedia, Priceline, Travelocity, Hotwire, Goda. What if we put the brakes on that? What if we stopped going there and we signed up for free and utilized the link that's offered by the church? What if, family, this year 200 nights are booked on the church's link, and each of those nights saved the member $25? Do you realize that the church just earned $5,000 on travel? We would have given that money to Expedia, but because we are part of the organization, part of the church, what we decided to do was shop on the church's link. It only makes sense. Why would you shop outside when this is a way to raise money without the pastor having to pass the plate? What happens if in 3 or 4 years, the church has 2,000 nights booked? Do you understand we have to add an extra zero here as well? See, this is why our happiest members are our platinum members. Not to mention, remember I said to you that Ernest and Monica are going to earn reward points when their friends travel with them on their cruise, their birthday cruise? Well, guess what? You can do the same thing. See, they're platinum members. And so every time a friend or family member travels, or every time somebody in the congregation or the nonprofit or the alumni association travels, the person that owns it earns the reward credits. And those reward credits can be used for additional free travel. There are some people, family, that love the idea of how this works. So let's just say you were sitting in the hairdresser, you shared your link with a young lady that's going to Orlando. She looks and sees, oh, wow, I really can't save $511. Then she says, let me make sure this is straight. Let me go online, because most of us are from Missouri, right? So she pulls up one of those highly traveled sites online for the general public, and she's like, ooh, this is for real. So she books it. And guess what? She saved $601.79. Now, when she saved $601.79, next month you receive a check for $601.79. When you and I, as a body, in the body of Christ, or maybe we're part of the alumni association, or maybe we're part of a university association, or maybe we're the parent that shops on the link that belongs to the Little League, we save 601, they get 601. So it's a win-win situation. And what I love is, family, the company will actually allow you to have 9,999 people who can travel regularly throughout your site. Do you see how one day the church can have 200 members? And then here's what's so amazing. Not only is our company so sure about its prices, remember I told you we back our travel 150%, and we'll even show the other competitors' prices right there in your membership for the hotel or cruise you selected. But in addition to that, we back your business. So if you wanted to make this a business, like we have a lot of military spouses and we have a lot of stay-at-home moms or dads, and we have a lot of students that are busy, or business owners that utilize this platform. But if for any reason you're not happy after 12 months, the company will literally give you your money back, minus anything they paid you. You walk away free and clear, but you can keep traveling with your membership. So family, what I'm here to tell you is this: the basic membership, $277. Typically, I would say to you for a one-time upgrade of $200, but I'm going to say to you today, for no upgrade, $277, you can own the whole kit and caboodle. And I didn't even mention to you that there is a travel agency attached to your platform. Get back with the person that invited you to this and they can share that with you. So what am I saying to you? Listen, you don't even have to think about the basic membership. You have the best of the best, everything for $277, but it's a limited time offer. But now let's get back to the nitty gritty, because this is where I really get excited. I love the travel, but I also love knowing that we can create an extra income to take care of not only ourselves, but our parents, and then our children and our children's children. All of that can be done right here. So I'm going to ask you those questions again. If you ever had an extra $500 a week, would it mean something to you? Would you or anyone you know be interested in what it would take to earn an extra $50,000 in the next 100 days? We just had a champion do it in 48 days. And I know it sounds bananas. Y'all can probably see that's the lottery size check that they give you once you've done it. See, let me tell you who I am, because that doesn't tell you who I am. Who I am is just a country girl. I am a country girl, right? That literally, you know what? I did the traditional thing, go to school, get the good education so I could get the good job. But my career, my education was interrupted when my mother was laid off. So I came home to help take care of my brothers and my sisters with my mom. And I worked for a company for 10 years, only to have them tell me they're never going to promote me. I was a little militant. I would speak out against things that I thought were not fair. So they said, well, since you like to run your mouth, you should find a job where you can talk for a living. And I did that, family. I actually partnered up with New York Life Insurance, did great, but then partnered in an automobile dealership. We did fantastic together. He was great at purchasing. I was great at selling. Anyway, we went from $500 million in sales in 99 to over $21 million in sales by the year 2006, 7, and 8. Both making strong six-figure incomes, but we're working every day, 13, 14, 15, 16 hours a day to make it happen. But we were happy. But we forgot some of those fundamentals that grandmother told us. And she said, don't put all your eggs in one basket. And when a bank told us, if you let go of your 3 banks that have loaned you $1.5 million, we'll up your $1 million to $2.5 million. Expand your location, we'll take you to $4 million. And over the next 5 years, $10 million. That's a lot of purchasing power, because the more cars you have on your lot, the more cars you sell. So we took it. Let go of our bank, started expanding our company, sank $775,000 into the expansion. We started in October of 06. We finished in June of 08. And most of you know the country had gone into a full-blown recession. And unfortunately, our bank never got a bailout from Congress. They filed bankruptcy. Stuff rolls downhill. Y'all heard that, right? Stuff rolls downhill. And when we were supposed to go from 2.5 million to 4, they came in and said, not only can we not take you to 4 million, we need the 2.5 million back, because they were filing bankruptcy. So family, we couldn't recover. Nobody else is loaning money. 30 months later, February 14, 2011, our doors are closed. We don't have experience. We've been working for ourselves for a dozen years plus. So we really fell on hard times. We lost our homes, our cars, our friends, our credit cards, our credibility. Now, I tell you that story because I want you to understand, when I first saw this, I was skeptical. I just lost everything I own. I've been working all my life and I've got zero to show for it. I moved back home with my mom. And so I saw this and I'm skeptical, but I realized, Janice, you can't be skeptical and broke. See, because in this industry, you don't have a lot to put in to get started. And you got mentors who grab you by the hands, who walk you step by step by step by step through the process. And so within my first 6 months, I'd earned a $50,000 challenge. Inside of a year, I was blessed to earn, 6 figures in this company and become a 6-figure ring earner. That's not to brag to you, but just say to you, if I was broke, busted, and disgusted, and not just financially, but I was broken, a little bit personally, emotionally, and spiritually, and mentally, because I lost everything. I'm telling you, you can do it too. See, if God closed one door, it's okay. He opened another one, and you're here today for that reason, right? He never gives you a dream or a vision for something that you see or push you in a place to see what you can have unless he's already cleared a path forward. So I'm sharing with you, if I can do it, then you 100% absolutely can do it too. So what are we going to do? Things first, we're not hiring you. This is not about us hiring you. Well, Coach JP, is this a pyramid? Yes, it is 100% a pyramid, but what it is not is a pyramid scheme. That's a whole different animal, family. See, Warren Buffett understands business. He understands that you must create businesses. And here you sit on the top of your business. But he says to increase wealth, that's what you got to start. But find a product that people are using. People are traveling, family. Don't believe me? Go down to the local airport, see if you're the only one down there. Don't believe me? Go to a cruise dock and see if you're the only one sitting there. No, they're packed to the gill and they sell out all the time. So we took what we believe to be the perfect product, travel, 8.1 trillion. And when you're 700% bigger than Apple, eBay, Google, and Microsoft combined, that's pretty huge. Where you're open 24 hours a day, you don't need experience. We're going to walk you step by step through the process. You can be very busy and still do this like Natisha Nicole Beauty. She was working 70 hours a week and a ministry in training, raising 2 boys, writing 2 books, and a wife. Cleared 6 figures in her first year. But the other thing is this, family, in such a time as these, do you realize that taxes become a very important thing? Remember at the beginning of the presentation, I said one of the things we're looking to do is keep more money in our pocket. Well, family, I want to share with you the power of being in business for yourself. So let's take a field trip. Let's journey to the internet. And I want to just share with you a quick video that speaks to the power, right? That speaks to, where is my internet? That speaks to the power of being in for yourself. So we're going to go over here and we're going to watch a quick video and we're going to watch this together.
Here's the fun part. Business income is strategy 2. Strategy 1, your money must go further by creating a positive what? Strategy 2 is business income. Business income is taxed at a lower rate. The net effect of having a business is that you pay between 18 and 23% taxes instead of 28 to 33. So you were paying 28 to 33, now you're paying 18 to 23. That means now you get to pay yourself first because you can spend money now on your what? Business. Give you guys an example. They say if you don't have a home-based business, just take $20 a day and throw it out the window. Now, I want y'all to really understand this. If you don't have a home-based business, you're overpaying taxes by about $500 to $600 a month. So some of you guys are going to walk out of here a home-based business with a strategy. I'm going to bring up some people and give them some checks. They earn checks from a home-based business. And if you don't have one, here's what you're doing. I'm going to think about it. 20. I'm going to pray about it. I'm going to research it. I got to go talk to the wife. I got to go talk to the husband. While you praying, thinking, researching, talking, just keep throwing 20s away. Because that's what it's averaging you for your lack of knowledge on capitalism. $20 a day. The tax savings alone put $500 to $600 a month back in your what? Pocket. Net. So when you leave here today, while you thinking about it, praying about it, tomorrow it's going to cost you $20 to think about it. That's not a big deal. Talk it over with your husband. Talk it over with your wife. That's not a big deal. Tuesday, y'all still thinking about it. You only wasted $80. That ain't no big deal. Pray about it. By the time Sunday comes, you need to pray about it. Next Sunday, ask God if this business makes sense. Ain't no big deal. You up to about 140, no problem. If you got it like that, I need to be doing what you're doing. Now, hold on one second. So while you thinking about it, just remember this. Every day that you don't, the average per day loss, I'll be on taxes, $20 a day. If you don't have a home-based business, I'm not pressuring you. I'm giving you the real deal. $20 a day, gone.
And you know how people say, well, I'm doing really good because I've got a really good job? The more you make, the $20 a day goes higher because they pay more taxes.
That's right. So if you got a really, really good job, you need to really, really get a business. Everybody got it?
Guys, I absolutely love that video. So family, there are real benefits for being in business for yourself. Tax benefits for being in business for yourself. So family, How is this the perfect business? Okay, coach, I'm sold. What are we going to do? What's the game plan? Give me the play, coach. Put me in. I'm ready to score. Well, family, first things first, what we're going to do as soon as you get started, we're going to work on your first 8 days. We want to help you show some other champions, family. See, this is a collaboration. We're here to do this together. There are other people right now in your cell phone that are praying for an opportunity. As a matter of fact, it might be you. Family, I was praying for something, but I thought God was going to just like make a deposit in my bank account. That's not how he works. He gives you the rod so that you can fish. He doesn't give you just the fish. Does that make sense, family? So your first 8 days, our goal is to help you to onboard your first 3 sales. Now check out the math, because you know I like math. I ran a business. It's all about numbers for me. So you invest $277. Now to activate this portion of your membership is $19.95. So you'll spend $96.95. We're going to help you bring on 3 in your first 8 days. Just work with us, okay? That's going to pay you $195. Do you realize that you have a net that you've spent of $101.95? Because we're going to get all 2/3 of your investment right back. That's how powerful. All right, coach, love that play. What's the next play? Well, the next play is we're going to help you to continue to onboard 4 more, a total of 7 Vortex special platinum sales. And family, while they're on special, why keep this to yourself? Why not share with some friends? You may think, oh, well, they doing okay. But grandmother used to say, everything that glitters is not gold. So when you help 7 people see a different way, maybe they just want to travel like Ernest and Monica, or maybe they want to earn some extra income. Either way, family, you earn a $1,000 bonus, but you also qualify for limited $1,000 bonuses. All right, coach, I like the word unlimited, but I've never heard of that. I've been employed for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. I've never heard of an opportunity to earn unlimited $1,000 bonuses. Well, now you get to hear it today, because family, once you get those first 3, and our goal is to help you do that preferably within your first 8 days, you're going to be 3 and free. You get a 155 star bonus. You also become a team builder. Well, now every time 7 people fall into your team builder group, you're going to earn a $1,000 bonus, team builder bonus, whether you did the work or not. Coach JP, so are the first 3 in my team builder group? Nope. They're in your fast start team. They're in your uplines or your partnerships, your upline partners, or we call it support team, their team builder group. Now you're building your team builder group like they were doing. All right, so let's just see how this thing plays out. See how they help you get 3? Well, now Michael says, well, I only want to be a travel agent, but you know what, Rosalind? I'll bring on these 3 because I don't want to pay that $63 fee. Makes sense to me. So now he's 3 and free, but Rosalind, look, you have Michael, Brittany, Pastor Deborah, and Jorge, plus your 4 plus his 3 is 7. That pays you, Rosalind, a $1,000 bonus, even though you only refer 4 of those in your team builder group. So family, we're now working on this side, right? That's your team builder group. Now watch this, family. Little Brittany refers 1, Pastor Deborah refers 3 pastors, she's 3 and free. Jorge refers 3 of his fraternity brothers, he's 3 and free. But now 3, 3, and 1 is 7. Well, coach, I didn't refer any of those 7. We never said you had to. See, there's something called leverage. It's what the wealthy know. And we'll watch that video real quickly in a minute. But family, the wealthy understand that when I help others, I automatically help myself. So when you're helping them to get to 3 and free and helping them to get to team builder, you're helping yourself. And every 7 pays you a $1,000 bonus. You could be on vacation. You could maybe have to stay home because maybe you bent your finger or something at work. Anything can happen because life happens. But the people on your team want to be 3 and free. And every time a new 7 falls in your team builder group, whether you did the work or not, whether you did, are you hearing this? Because you've opened the door to be a blessing to other people, you automatically bless who? Yourself. And what I love about this family is it just keeps going on and on. See, it goes infinite ways this way, and you can help infinite number of people that you want. There's no cap on how many people that you help. But here's the beauty of it. See, at some point in time, the number of people that fall into your team builder network will rise to 100. You will not know 90% of them, 95% of them. But because they're in your team builder network, the company's going to cut you a check for $10,000. Now, for those of you, Rosin, that were saying unlimited thousand, let me give you another word. And this word refers to our $10,000 bonuses. That is unlimited. Let me give you an idea of the momentum that our company, the momentum our company has hit. Right now, in the first what are we in? Week number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're week number 6 or 7 in the year. We have literally 7 $10,000 bonus earners in our first 7 weeks or wherever we are, 8 weeks into this year. Can you believe that? Do you want to be one of those? Matter of fact, meet us in Miami. You'll get a chance to meet every single one of them, okay? Because they are unlimited. Now, what if you don't want to earn that? What if you really just need 500 extra a week? Then we can help you do that as well. What if you say, I really only need 500 a month? We can help you do that as well. Does that make sense? So as a recap, family, every time you bring on board somebody, it's a $50 commission paid next week. Those $1,000 bonuses are paid next week, right? Those overrides of $20 are paid next week. But family, you let us help you bring on 100 inside of your first, 100 days in the business. You will earn $50,000. Now you may be like, okay, break that math down for me, coach. No problem. On your way to 100, you will earn 14 of those $1,000 bonus checks. That's 14,000. You have 100 people, you're going to earn $20 on. That's 2,000. And then family, every time you get to 100, what does the company pay you? Remember, 10,000. So, but coach, that ain't 50,000. That's 26,000. I know. But you do it in 100 days. Hear me. Let us help you do this in 100 days. The company pays you an additional $5,000 a month for 5 months. That's an additional $25,000, family. That's a total of $51,000 up to that you have the potential to earn in 100 days. Now, let me ask you a question, right? Because again, we don't advocate you leave what you got, but I do advocate that you learn from my lesson, that you put a plan B to back up your plan A. Now, maybe again, you have a medical procedure you need to pay for. Maybe you need repairs done to your house. Maybe you need to pay off your car, or heck, maybe you need a new car, or heck, maybe you need to catch up some stuff so you can keep what you got. Let's have real talk, family. People are hurting. The reason we do this is because we want to help you. And maybe you're doing okay. Great. Think about the people in your circle. Are you sure all of them are doing okay? Are you sure everybody in your cell phone is doing okay? Because if you're not, we need you to let us help you help them. Because when you let us help you help them, it helps you, right? That's the power of it. And that's not even the best part. We even have an executive level. And I know you're saying that was the best part, but it's not. Well, it is. But there's another best part. The executive level. And Sharonica will tell you, as a rising director, we have never seen a more lucrative director program in the entire world of home-based. Matter of fact, period. Right? Where once your team grows to 500, and you already know, you didn't do all of that. You refer some people who refer some people who refer some other people. It grew to 500, no more than a third in each leg. That's $2,000 per month that they pay you every 11th of the month. The owner of the company, he's a beautiful 85-year-old gentleman. His birthday is January 11th. And so he sends those checks out to us on the day of his birth every single month, right? But think about that. He's going to buy you a car. They're going to pay for it. They're going to put insurance on it. They're going to pay taxes, title, and licensing fees for it. And you're just going to drive it. But you got $2,000 coming in every month. As your business continues to grow, as you're moving people to come and do what you've just done, and you're moving because they're moving, now you get to regional director. Do you see that? That's $4,000 a month. For my financial people, listen, now my mentor, one of my financial consultants, he says to me, Janice, by the time you're 65, you need to have $1 million on deposit in an interest-bearing account, earning 10%, so that you can live on $10,000 a month when you retire. Now, he knows I lost everything in my 40s. So where am I supposed to really come up with $1 million to deposit? And at first, when I'm sitting there at the Hilton right around here, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, I'm trying to be cool though. Like, okay, I thought, $1 million. Okay, I got that. But inside my stomach's churning and I'm saying to myself, Janice, you lost everything. Like you're literally just coming up, trying to get back to zero to even move past that, right? And then I remembered who I'm in business with, Scott, Coach, and Chris. Where a platform like this, where when family, you get to this level, that's equivalent to having $800,000 on deposit. You got a BMW Jaguar or a Mercedes parked in your garage. You're earning what is equivalent of 10% interest on $800,000. The company is paying you that just because you grew your business to this particular level. Y'all see the power of that. The Rolex is on your wrist. The next one is a Bentley 2-door or 4-door. With Coach JP, now I'm kind of trying to feel like this is materialistic. No, let's have real talk. Let's have real talk. I worked at Newport News Shipbuilding with a hard hat and steel-toe shoes and sweatshirts and turtlenecks and earmuffs and eye goggles and face masks so I wouldn't inhale something that would later be of detriment to my health for 10 years. And after 10 years, they gave me an ink pen, a coffee mug, or a plaque. How many of you, after crawling in tanks and hanging off the side of aircraft carriers, would prefer a car instead of an ink pen? And let's just have real talk. See, we work for other people and they don't appreciate us as much as we should be. They pass over us for promotions. We run into the isms, racism, favoritism, nepotism, sexism. Then I ran into recessionism. You know what I love about what we do here? It's recession proof. There are no isms because you're the boss. If you say, I want that BMW, then you look in the mirror and say, self, yourself said, huh? You said, we need to go get the BMW. Yourself said, okay. See, you may not be able to save enough money to retire with. Maybe life hit you too. Or maybe you're doing okay. But grandmother used to say, repair your roof while the sun is still shining. Where else do we have the opportunity to earn 12 grand a month? Every single month. See, Robert Kiyosaki says the definition of rich is when you've got more coming in that you're not working for. It's passive. See, you don't go back and out and work for this. It just keeps coming in every single month. When that's greater than what your expenses are, that's a form of rich. You never get behind on bills anymore. No more bill collectors, no more 888-877-855 or 800 numbers. And now they call you from numbers in your own area code. Not like, I'm not saying they call me. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? But this is the power of this platform. So guys, whether you're a regular person that just wants to do something different. Listen, I remember having every excuse in the book, every single excuse in the book, family. I remember, because I'm working 3 jobs to make a third of what I used to earn. Nobody's hiring me. I don't have any job references. The recession is in full swing. I've got creditors coming at me and these creditors, they told me you can't even file bankruptcy on them because of how much we borrowed. They were like, it's going to be years before they'll be willing to forgive that debt. That was 2011. I just last year had 2 of them send me a 1099 capital gain something, saying that they're writing the debt off. They're charging the debt off. That took them 7 years. So here I am working 3 jobs, broke and really trying to figure myself out. And I'm thinking, well, you know what? I don't have time. But I don't have time because I'm spending my time doing something that's getting me nowhere. I'm on this little wheel like my hamster going nowhere. See, the beautiful thing about this, and I'm going to close with the video, is that you leverage your time. Think about you plus 10 people or 9 people. That's 10 of you. Each of you are giving the business 10 hours a week. That's 100 hours a week that's going into your company. That's big business. Does that make sense? So time is not an issue because we show you how to leverage your time. Then I thought, oh, well, yeah, but I don't have the money. And I remember a mentor telling me years ago, he was like, if you really need something that's going to benefit you and your family, you figure it out. He said, you got to borrow, for in this example, $29.65 from 10 people to get yourself started, then do what you got to do. He said, if you got to pawn a TV, do what you got to do. Then I thought, oh, well, yeah, okay, I can do that. But you know what? I don't know what to do. See, that's not an excuse either, because we're going to grab you by the hand and walk you step by step through the process. So the only thing I could say was, well, I don't believe it. I don't believe nobody's doing that. I worked for 20 years and lost everything I had. I don't believe that. You going to tell me sitting at home in my house, I'm going to create a 6-figure income, earn $50,000 bonuses, $10,000 bonuses, and company cars? I've worked all my life for zero. Most people in America will work till they're 60 years old and go work part-time at Walmart or Hardee's or Target. And you're going to tell me that I can sit at home And for $277, create this? I ain't believe it. Well, you know what? Once I got in and the check started coming in, and especially when I went to see Shoshana get her Dodge Challenger, and they handed that young lady that looked just like me, had been homeless just like me. They handed her a $10,000 check, a $2,300 check, another $2,000 check, and some other check. But anyway, it was over $15,000, almost $16,000 on a Saturday afternoon at the Crown Plaza in Atlanta, Georgia. Then handed her the keys and the plates to a brand new car. Oh yeah, my belief went right through the roof, because sometimes seeing is believing. So those things are not because coach is materialistic. One, he's saying to you, thank you for a job well done. Thank you for blessing people that if it was not for you, we'd have never got to them because they were in your cell phone and not ours. Number two, he's saying, listen, there are going to be people that you're going to show this to, people that you love, people that you want to see do better, people that you want to run with you. You want to win this race with them. You don't want to leave a man left behind. So you want to bring them with you. You're going to show this information to them. And they're going to say to you, well, when you succeed, then I'll do it. So coach is going to give you a car so you can drive by and go beep, beep. Some of them still won't do it. But he knows that most people walk by sight and not by faith. So that's why he gives you the things. The other thing that I love about this man as I close is this. And I'm going to close with a video. He said this. He said, another reason that I do this and I make the purchases instead of you, he said, because I don't want you to put your money in depreciating items. I'll buy the cars. You go out, right? You go out and you purchase rental property. You do like Juliet. He coached Juliet. You go buy, right? You go and you buy, other businesses. Like Juliet just purchased a hotel, right? She was sleeping in her car when she started with him. But he mentored her to the place where now when her children came and said, Mom, we want to buy, let me look at the business plan. And then she purchased for them hotel. So family, we've got to understand and know what the wealthy knows. What does the wealthy know? They know how to leverage. So I'm going to share with you as we close. I'm going to share with you the whole story and what the wealthy knows. And then I look forward to seeing you on the beaches of the world. I'm going to look forward to seeing you at the bank. There are no excuses, family, right? There are no excuses. Let's win this race together.
Now it's time to discover what the wealthy know, what the rich teach their children that the poor and middle class don't. Let's first begin by discussing the wealth principle of being rich. You see, the definition of rich is when your passive income is greater than your living expenses. And passive income can be described as the income that you receive from not working your job, like residual income. See, when the income that you receive from not working your job is more than it costs you to live, you really are rich. So let's examine this structure of every job. You see, every job is structured this way. At the top, you always have an owner or a CEO who makes more money than the president, who always makes more money than the vice president, who always makes more money than the middle managers and supervisors. And in that big area there, the people that do all the work, those are the employees or the staff. And oftentimes they feel like slaves. Really, folks, they're slaves to a clock. See, they have a certain time they come in, a certain time they get off, a certain time they go to lunch, a certain time they better be back. And they're going to do this for 20 to 40 years. Then that special day comes and they get to retire with half the income they were earning in the first place. Well, think about this. This is the structure that most people are living their lives with. Well, folks, think about this. When you start a job, typically you start at the bottom, working your way up. You're coming in early, staying late, shooting for that big promotion, working your way all the way up to the middle. See, rarely have I heard the story of the employee that started at the bottom and worked their way all the way up to being the CEO. Well, let me ask you, given the choice between the bottom, the middle, or the top, which one would you rather be? Which one do you think makes the most money? Obviously, it's the CEO that makes the most money because that CEO gets paid off of other people's efforts. You see, the CEO is the only one in this structure that has leverage. See, this CEO CEO gets paid off of the production of every other employee. Folks, that's the definition of leverage, working less while earning more. So let's examine the income structure for every situation that seems to fall in 4 separate categories that we call the cash flow quadrant. The first category we're going to talk about is the E quadrant. This means you're an employee. Someone employs you. Well, what's wrong with that? Well, your income is automatically limited because it takes you to earn the income. You see, there's only one of you and there's only 24 hours in a day, so automatically your income is limited. Then you have the S quadrant. These are your specialists, your lawyers, doctors, electricians, plumbers. Typically, they make more than the average employee, but their income depends on them doing the work. You see, if a lawyer's not practicing law, if a doctor's not doctoring, if a plumber's not plumbing, they're not earning any income. They typically complain about how much they work, even though they earn more than the average employee. Still, only one of them and only 24 hours in a day. Then you have the richest quadrant in the world. This is the B quadrant, the big business quadrant. The reason this is the richest quadrant in the world is these people get paid off of other people's effort. This is the quadrant that Oprah Winfrey's in there. Bill Gates is in there. The richest quadrant in the world is the B quadrant, the big business quadrant. Then you have the I quadrant. I stands for investor. Well, what works for investors? Typically, if you don't have any money, you can't be a very good investor. All we want to show you folks is how you can go from the E quadrant to the B quadrant, perhaps the S quadrant to the B quadrant, which is the richest quadrant in the world, how you can do it all for the price of a cell phone. And then that quadrant leads to the I quadrant. Folks, what we want to do is look at a study of 100 people ranging from ages 20 to 65, 45 years in the working environment. Look at that. The top 5% stand alone. They're rich and financially independent because they own their own business. The bottom 95 had one thing in common. They had a job. Folks, our choices determine our opportunities. Do you want to live or survive? You want to retire sooner or later? You want to live comfortable or uncomfortable? See, no more starting at the bottom and working your way to the top. Why not just start at the top? Be your own CEO. That comes with leverage, folks. And remember, leverage is working less while earning more. John D. Rockefeller, multimillionaire, said, I would rather earn 1% of 100 other people's efforts than 100% of my own. Let's examine how most employees get paid. You see, the average employee works 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, which comes to 40 hours a week, $160 a month, and $1920 a year. Let's compare that if that same employee earned leverage off of 10 other people working the same amount. You go from earning off of 40 hours a week to earning off of 400 hours a week. But let's look at those same 10 people, built a team of 10 people, and compare what the average person working only earning income off their own production, getting paid off of the production of 100 people working only 1 hour per day. Now you can clearly see how some people get paid more per month than others earn all year. Folks, it all has to do with leverage. Let's suppose your boss came to you and said, we have a new way of doing things around here. We want to raise the company's profitability, cut costs, and pay our employees more. We no longer want you to show up here at work. You can do all your work from home and we'll send your checks to your house. We're so positive that this will help the company that we would also like for you to find other people that want to work from home, and we'll pay you some of what we're paying them for finding them. Folks, this is going to give you true leverage. But let's take it a step further. Say there was no boss, that you were the boss. Folks, that's what we're talking about. Earning a serious income from word of mouth advertising. Network marketing has proven itself to be a viable and rewarding source of income, says all these millionaires and billionaires. So now that you have discovered what the wealthy know, now you understand that the harvest is plenty.
God bless you, family. I think you've seen enough. I think you've learned enough. I think you know enough. And so it is my pleasure to have shared this information with you. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so very much for chiming in. Remember, family, the platform, we have a platform right now that is on sale. We have a platform right now that is on sale. Get back with the person that invited you to this webinar, to the Facebook Live, that shared it to your page. Get back with that person and let them know you're ready to get started. We got you after that, right? With the way we operate, no man is left behind. We got you. No lady either is left behind. We got you, family. God bless. Join our coalition of CEOs. We thank you for being with us. Have an incredible rest of your evening. And this webinar is officially over. I'll talk to you soon, champions. Welcome, new CEOs. Good night.